Hi, good day everyone. Today, you may collaborate with me in discussing the philosophy of idealism in education. At the end of this session, it is expected that all of us can define idealism, discuss idealism and aims of education, idealism and methods of teaching, idealism and stages of education, and lastly, we can enumerate the roles of teachers in idealism of education. What is idealism? Idealism is the belief and behavior of someone who has ideals and who tries to base their behavior on these ideals. It is a philosophical approach stating that ideas and knowledge are the only true reality. According to idealism, a man is born with a spiritual self. He understands its true nature only through education. Idealism is the oldest philosophy in the Western culture. The father of idealism, Plato, believed that people should concern themselves in searching for the truth. As a Greek philosopher, he believed that man did not create knowledge but discovered it. Idealism seeks to create schools as intellectual center of teaching and learning, and it encourages teachers and students to appreciate the finest and most enduring achievement of the culture. The aims of education are as follows. First, exaltation of human personality. Idealism believes that human personality is a supreme value and constitute the noblest work of God. Therefore, the supreme aim of education is to exalt the self, which implies self-realization. Education should help an individual to become a perfect pattern. Since man is a spiritual being, the divine in man should be unfolded and brought his consciousness by means of education. The second aim of education in idealism is the universal education. Self-realization should not be an experience of a chosen few. Since it is universal, all the individuals should realize self, and education should aim at this. Third is the development of initiative and creative power. Man should modify his environment according to his own purpose, needs through his initiative and creative skill. Education must foster inventive power of a man to ensure his mastery over the material given to him. Education should form character, strength of mind, expand intellect by which one stands on his own feet, and manifest divinity. Fourth is acquisition and enrichment of cultural environment. Idealists believe that man himself is the creator of cultural environment. Religion, morality, art, literature, mathematics, and science are the product of man's moral and intellectual and aesthetic activity. Therefore, education should aim at teaching the child the importance of culture and its components. He should contribute to his culture and make every effort to preserve it. The fifth is development of moral sense. The most important aim of education is to develop moral sense so that he may be able to distinguish between the right and the wrong. Education should develop the willpower of the child so that he may follow the good and reject the evil. These virtues can be developed by correct appreciation of truth. Lastly, self-realization. The function of education is to enable individuals to realize self so as to establish harmony between his nature and the ultimate nature of this universe. Let's proceed to methods of teaching of idealism in education. It is believed students should be taught how to think in school. The teacher passes on knowledge to the students, and the students gain and adopt the knowledge. Idealists think lecture is the most important method to deliver knowledge to the students. Dialect or critical discussions is another method idealists believe is important along with self-directed activity. Idealism advocates 5 teaching techniques. First, questioning. Second, discussion. Third, single and group activity or project. Fourth, lecture method. And the last but not the least, imitation. Idealism and the stages of education. Plato has also divided the process of education into 6 major steps. First, age 7 to 18. A student may study general mathematics, music, astronomy, and so on. At the age of 18 to 20, this stage considers best for physical training. The study of logic, knighthood, and mathematics is in age 20 to 30. The study of dialectics falls on the age of 30 to 35. The practice of dialectics in various official affairs in the state is in age 35 to 50. While a person can become a philosopher or a king as his turn comes at the age of 50 years and above. Plato said that in each step, the person is given with different sort of education. He suggests screening those in each step who cannot perform well. The ones who can successfully pursue all the 6 stages can be called philosophers who have the understanding of the form of good. Here are the roles of the teacher of idealism in education. The position of a teacher in idealism is very high. An idealist teacher is the one who has attained self-realization. The teacher is a practical person and leads an ideal and righteous life. His personality is a source of inspiration for his pupil. A teacher is a friend, a philosopher, and a guide. He shows the learner the path to acquire knowledge. According to idealists, the teacher must be excellent in order to serve as an example for the student both intellectually and morally. Some examples of the teacher's roles consist of: first, assist students in choosing important material. Second, serves as exemplary models. Third, encourages students to ask questions. And lastly, the teacher provides a suitable environment for learning. Idealists have high expectations of the teacher. From the above stated discussion, it can be concluded that idealism is an important philosophy which has played an important role in the field of education. It provides a complete guideline for the students, teachers, learning activities, and many more. Yours truly, is Noel Diaz Rama. Thank you for listening. I hope you gained something from my discussion.